Hi, I'm Erin. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Nav.it. Nav.it is a white-label digital banking solution that places consumers' cash flow at the center of their banking experience. Gary, who spoke a couple sessions ago, could not have teed me up more to explain how we have a digital solution for you to address the Gen Z and the young millennial market. So why do you care? We have the ability to provide you a digital mobile app that differentiates you in the market. And for your customers, it gives them incentive to make you top of wallet. Because what you're doing is you're helping them with their cash flow. Why are you having to do that? And why does it matter for credit unions and small banks at this point in time? Well, as you've heard today multiple times, this is a digitalized world. The entire next generation wants to have financial solutions on their phones. We went a little bit deeper, and when we asked Gen Z and millennials what they want, 72% say they actually want help with income and expenses. As you all know, we have inflation, we have student loan debt, we have a lot of pressures, we have a very interesting labor market coming up, and this population is really, not only are they worried about it, but they also don't really understand how the system is, as Gary said before, how the system works. The other thing they want help with, they want cash flow help, but they also want help with credit boosting. By virtue of the fact that you're a young person in this country, you have a low credit score, right? Some of it's thin file, some of it is creditworthiness, but some of it is just your age. People on average under 20 to 29-year-olds have about an average 660 credit score. So by using Nav.it, you're placing young and new consumers' cash flow at the center of their consumer experience in your banking tool. You incentivize them to move their direct deposits to you. You help them save, manage their bills, and then you get to place them in products that are right for them at the right time. So let me get into it. You've been looking at this fancy app. So we do this as a white label, so I'm not showing you a live app. I can't show you proprietary for our clients, but I'm showing you the kind of overall system that we can provide. This is completely customizable, so you can add, it could be your primary digital tool. You can add check deposits, you can add peer-to-peer payments, you can add bill pay, or you can just create it as a financial wellness tool that you provide your customers on the side. So first and foremost, cash flow. So people, and he was talking about digitalized and the poor Gen Z's dating apps. Well, we have taken some of the things that they already use and tried to make it fun for them to engage in their basic cash flow management. So swipes, as you all know, instead of swiping left, swiping right, we've created a system where every day they're brought in to incentivized to check their expenses, and not 30 days because no one knows what they did 7 days ago, let alone 30 days. But what you have is the last 24 to 48 hours of your transactions, so you can get some mental accounting. You start to understand, okay, I needed my Netflix, ooh, Starbucks, that was definitely and we're gonna have a problem with this because we did this before, there we go. That I needed my little coffee fix, I'm gonna categorize it there, and now I have I'm celebrating my paycheck, yay, I got that in. But this is really an engagement tool. I earned 5 points, now I have my list. But if you understand, young people, gamification is a key element to them really understanding how they're managing their money, making it fun, making it incremental. Then we can give really powerful data insights. So we have an AI processing behind that gives incredible insights of how much you've earned, how much you've spent, what your variable income is. And as I said, people want help with income and expenses. So we push them then, prompt them if they want to set up a goal. So you can get started. This is an important part because, again, you're asking Gen Zs how they feel, how can we help you, how can we be authentic, how can we know you better. So if you know, okay, they're very confident, now you can start to message them like, okay, they're very confident about finances. Let's start talking about investment tools. Let's talk about how you grow this wealth that you're creating. If they say they're not confident, then you're starting with very basic messaging, right? Let's do the 101 of finances. What's savings? What's a high yield savings account? What's credit? They're prompted to save more in the month, so they can choose. You're prompted, you could do 10%. 10% seems a little too high, 60 seems too low. I'm going to customize that, make it 80. You break it down. We then break it down to weeks. So instead of making it $80 for the month, which seems overwhelming, you can choose a category in which you're going to save. I'm doing my groceries because my son eats me out of house and home. And now I have my goal for the month to spend, and I have the amount to save. So now, as you see, the homepage now churns to this prompt of, now I'm driving people into the product every day to check, okay, how much more do I have to spend to achieve my goal this month? I only have $46 left on groceries this month, so I'm going to go on Amazon Fresh. I'm not going to go to my Whole Foods and get my fancy coffee. But then, of course, you also have the ability to reward them. So I got points for doing that. You have rewards. You can give them 5% cash back on their next purchase if they're banking with you. You can give them perks, et cetera. But of course, then it's also connected into the banking structure. So often people want to start with a credit booster because, like I said, this generation needs it. It also helps you get top of wallet if you create a credit booster. You can see your expenses on it. You can manage the accounts or the payments, et cetera. It's an aggregator, so in onboarding, people aggregate. They see their accounts plus they can add through Platinicity all of their other ones. So you get a really good sense of who these people are, what you can market to, and then finally we have places within the app. This is a free space where you can start to really market products. So you start to see, okay, this is a person that would really do well with a high yield. I can start to give insights. The final point in my last 50 seconds is that you also have customer service built in. So as Gary said before, Gen Z and young people are really looking for help. And so integrating a chatbot that has AI at the beginning for the basic questions that it can field. But in the back end, you can also connect this to your bankers or wealth managers or whoever to be able to have a two-way conversation with these people, send nudges, and really start a dialogue that feels intimate to them. Final point, okay, so I saved my 80 bucks. Not only did I save 80, I saved 86. And now we have a flow that you can customize that shows you, okay, what can you do with this $86 that you just saved? So we're giving nudges, we're giving points, we're encouraging them to save. When they do save, you can start to put them into calculators and say, hey, I have this high yield or this 401k. If you put that $86 into this on an average rate of return, here's what you get in 10, 15, 20 years, and ding, I deposit my money into your bank. Thank you very much.